Top 6 times ordinary people snapped on camera. It was supposed to be a normal father-son weekend. Footage from 2019 shows 13-year-old Matthew Hill recording his dad, Jason, as they set up camp along the Yakima River in Washington. The mood is light. Jason jokes about not needing instructions for a tent, and Matthew giggles behind the camera. But what the video doesn't show is how Jason disappeared just 12 hours later, after leaving behind a blood-stained note that simply read, "I see it now." Investigators would later find Matthew's camcorder still recording, propped on a log, capturing something chilling: Jason walking shirtless into the river at 3:11 a.m., eyes wide, whispering names that weren't his son's. He was never seen again. February 2022. A TikTok user named @JenH posts an office prank video that quickly goes viral. In the background of her video, a man named Calvin, a mild-mannered accountant, is seen typing away. But just 13 seconds in, he slowly turns to stare at Jenna's camera. His eyes don't blink. He doesn't smile. The next day, Calvin didn't show up for work. Security footage later revealed Calvin entered the building's basement around 7:45 a.m. and never came back out. What made it stranger was that the building's blueprints showed no access point in the spot where he vanished. To this day, the last footage of Calvin is in Jenna's TikTok, still staring into the lens as if seeing something no one else could. During the pandemic, Zoom became the world's new stage. In October 2020, a teacher in rural Kentucky, Ms. Annette Colborn, hosted a live class discussion on poetry. The recording shows her smiling, guiding students through Langston Hughes. But then, something shifts. At exactly 10:14 a.m., she pauses mid-sentence. Her smile fades. She looks off-screen and whispers, "It's in the wall." The class watches in confusion as Ms. Colborn walks to the side of her room, tears into the drywall with her bare hands, and begins pulling out pages of burned books. The stream cuts. Police arrive 12 minutes later. They find Ms. Colborn kneeling in a circle of ash, repeating the phrase, "It was never my voice." She was hospitalized. Her family later revealed she'd been sleepwalking for months and had no memory of teaching. In July 2021, aspiring fitness YouTuber Nathan Zeldin uploaded his final video. Titled "Full Body Burnout Routine in 20 Minutes." The video is upbeat. Nathan greets his 300 subscribers with his usual charm, filming from his garage at dusk. But something's off. At the 7-minute mark, Nathan glances to the side, distracted. In the mirror behind him, a second figure is briefly visible, shirtless, pale, identical to Nathan. It blinks, but Nathan does not. Comments flooded in. "Who's that? Why is there two of him?" 2 days later, police found Nathan's home abandoned. The garage lights still on. The video still auto-playing on his laptop. But Nathan was gone. And security footage showed no one leaving. August 2017. A wedding videographer uploads raw footage from a ceremony in Tallahassee. It's a joyous moment, vows, applause, laughter. But during the reception, the bride, Alina, is seen standing alone under a string of lights. She's smiling, but her eyes are vacant. Suddenly, she collapses. Later reports reveal she survived, but the footage tells another story. In a slowed frame-by-frame analysis, just before she falls, her lips appear to whisper, "I remember the other life." Alina would later disappear from the hospital. No security footage showed how. She simply wasn't there. Captured by a commuter in New York City, this video gained traction in January 2023. The clip shows a man in his 40s riding the Q train. He's pacing, mumbling to himself, then suddenly screams, "She's under us." Panicked, he pries open the subway door and jumps into the darkness between cars. The train is halted. Police comb the tunnels. They find nothing, no man, no trace. Later, a homeless man claims he saw the same guy days earlier talking to the subway walls, asking if the voices could come with him this time. Authorities dismissed the story. But to some, it added to the growing theory. These people didn't just snap. They were pulled. We often think of breaking points as gradual, something we see coming. But sometimes, people fall apart in a moment, and the camera is there to catch it. What these stories suggest isn't just fragility, it's proximity to something we don't understand. So next time someone laughs behind a phone screen or stands silently in the background of a video, remember, you don't always see the crack until it breaks.